These are the rules for APSU intramural basketball. Each player must check in with their APSU card. An individual may only participate on one team in each league, men's or women's. Participation on two teams in the same sport is only permitted if one of the teams is co-rec. Players who play on more than one team in each league are subject to losing their eligibility for that sport. The opposing team does not have to protest this if caught by a supervisor or official. Every participant must have a membership to the FOI and also pay the intramural fee. For APSU students, it's $5, for faculty and staff it's $8, and for affiliates it's $10. Teams will consist of a maximum of 10 players. 5 players may be on the court at a time, and a team may begin with as few as 4 players. Once a player has played in a game, they are no longer eligible to be removed from a roster. Players need to be added to the rosters prior to the start of a game, and payment must be made. The game shall be played with 4 10-minute quarters and a 3-minute halftime. The clock will run continuously until the final 2 minutes of the game, and the clock will not run during injuries. Teams will have 3 timeouts per game. Teams will receive 1 timeout for all overtime periods, and any unused timeouts in regulation will not carry into overtime. Games will be called when a team is ahead by 40 points at any point in the second half, including halftime, 30 points going into the fourth quarter, and 15 points with 2 minutes or less in the game. Teams may not stall games to keep from getting the mercy rule. Any games that are not paid competitively by both teams will be forfeited immediately. Games being prolonged to avoid mercy rule will be called immediately. For more details about the competition policy, please refer to the Intramural Sports Participation Manual. Hats, bandanas, or jewelry may not be worn while playing. Any player found wearing any of the above during the game will be removed and not allowed to re-enter until the equipment has been removed or replaced. Non-marking athletic shoes are required. Players will not be allowed to participate until she or he changes shoes so that the equipment requirements are met. All participants must have a number on their jersey, with all players on a team having different numbers. Only one player may play without a number and be number 0. Any UREC issued jerseys that are worn must be worn with a shirt with sleeves underneath. Timing will be continuous for the first and third quarter, but clock will stop 2 minutes left in the second and fourth quarters. Should a game be tied at the end of regulation, there will be a 2-minute overtime period. If the game is still tied at the end of an overtime period, an additional 1-minute period will be played. Teams will receive 1 timeout for the duration of all overtime periods. Each overtime period will be started with a jump ball. No free throws will be awarded in the following situations: a double foul, 2 opponents committing personal fouls simultaneously. The foul will be recorded and the team with a possession arrow will get the ball. A player control foul, a personal foul committed by a player while he controls the ball. The foul will be recorded and the opposing team will get the ball. And neither will intentional or technical fouls. Free throws will be awarded in the following situations. On the 7th team foul during a half, teams will shoot 1 and 1, and on the 10th team foul during a half, teams will shoot 2 free throws or fouls that occur during the act of shooting. Technical fouls will be called for delaying a game, using unethical methods and unsportsmanlike tactics. Only team members listed on the roster are allowed to be on the bench, and they must remain seated at all times. If a team is assessed a technical foul by a game official, the offended team will be given 2 points and possession of the ball at midcourt. 2 technical fouls on the same player will result in an automatic ejection. 3 technical fouls on a team will result in a forfeit. Automatic technical fouls will be awarded in the following situations: calling a timeout when there are none remaining, having more than 5 players on the court at a time, profanity, vulgarity, or unsportsmanlike gesture by a team member.